Today let us discuss the exercise questions. So till question number 6 already we have discussed. This is question number 7. So it is given that a 8,000 kg engine pulls a train of 5 wagons. Then what is given? Each of 2000 kg. Okay, the mass of each wagon is 2000 kg along a horizontal track. If the engine exerts a force of this much Newton on the track, offers a frictional force of this much Newton, calculate the net accelerating force and the acceleration. So in number 1 we have to find out force, in number 2 we have to find out acceleration. So now see, the total force that the train is exerting, it is how much? 40,000, but the track is offering some frictional force, that is 5,000. So if the applied force, that is 4,000, is this side, remember that frictional force is always in backward direction. So if the forward force is how much, it is given how much, 40,000, then the backward force is given how much, it is 5,000. So 40,000 minus 5,000, that gives us how much, 35,000 Newton. So this is the force exerted. Total force is how much then? 35,000 Newton. Okay, so that is the answer of question number A, total force. Now total acceleration. So for acceleration we have the formula F is equal to what? F equals to ma. So force we got 35,000, mass, now mass will be the total mass of the train. So total mass of the train means the engine is having a mass of 8,000 kg plus 5 wagons are there, each wagon is having a mass of 2000. So 2000 into 5 means it is the 10,000 kg plus 8,000 means the total mass, this m is how much, 18,000 kg, and force is how much, 35,000 Newton. So what will be acceleration? So easily we can find it out. Okay, so that is done here. Just a second. So this is done here. Okay, with the formula F equals to ma. So if we use F equals to ma, in that case we know that a will be what, F by m. So F is 35,000, m is this one, so the value comes as 1.94 meter per second square. So this is the required acceleration. Then number 8, it is given that an automobile vehicle has a mass of 1500 kg. What must be the force between the vehicle and the road if the vehicle is to be stopped with a negative acceleration of this much? Okay, so what are the things given here? So first of all we have to write the things which are given. So mass is given 1500 kg, acceleration is given, it's a negative acceleration. Why it is a negative acceleration? Because it is stopping the car. So the value of negative acceleration is given minus 1.7 meter per second square. Then what we have to find out is the force, with how much force we have to stop it. So F equals to ma, m is given this much, a is minus 1.7, if you multiply the value comes as minus 2550 Newton. Therefore a force of this much Newton must act on the vehicle in the direction opposite to the motion. Opposite to the motion, then only the object will stop, and moreover this negative sign represents that only, that the direction is opposite to the motion. Then next one, number 9 is a easy one. I have not included here. You can see that in number 9 what you have to do is you just have to find out which one is momentum. There are some a b c d, some options are given, and momentum means, as we know, momentum means it is mass into velocity, so your answer will be mv. Okay, the option where mv is there, that is the correct option. Then number 10, using a horizontal force of 200 Newton, we intend to move a wooden cabinet across the floor at a constant velocity. Okay, what is the frictional force or friction force that will be exerted on the cabinet? Okay, now see, something which has to be moved with a constant velocity. So constant velocity means the total force on the object should be 0. So how the total force on the object can be 0? If the applied force on the object is 200 Newton, that means from opposite side also we have to apply the total a net force of 200 Newton, and that opposite force is nothing but frictional force. Then how much frictional force we have to apply? That is a 200 Newton, or we can say minus 200, minus because it is opposite. Remember, for uh, constant velocity, if an object has to be moved with a constant velocity, total force on the object should be 0. And how it can be 0? If the applied force is this, then the frictional force should be minus 200, so that both can cancel each other, making the effect 0. Okay, the next one that is number 11 and 12 is your homework. You try to solve it. If you find any problem, I'll solve that. Then number 13, it is given that number 11, 12 and number 17 is also your homework. Okay, you try to solve. Then if you cannot, in that case I will discuss. So this one, a hockey ball of mass 200 gram traveling 10 meter per second is struck by a hockey stick so as to return it along the original path with a velocity of 5. So remember that initial velocity, what are the things given then? Mass is given 200, and what you have to calculate? Calculate the magnitude of the change in momentum occurred in the motion of the hockey ball. Okay, force applied. Okay, fine. So what we have to do is, first we have to find out the change in momentum, then we have to find out the calculate the magnitude of change in momentum occurred in the motion of hockey ball by the, okay, this much only we have to find out, change in momentum. So first of all we will find out the initial momentum, then we will find out the total momentum, then we will subtract it to get the change in momentum. So first, mass is given 200 gram. Okay, initial velocity 10, this one, but then it is struck with a hockey stick and returns along the original path. Returns, that means initially if the ball was going like this, after it is struck by the hockey stick it goes this way. So if the initial velocity is 10, then the final velocity will be minus 5, minus because it is in opposite direction. Okay, so now final velocity will be minus 5 meter per second. Now initial momentum of the ball, that will be mu, that means mass into velocity. So mass into velocity means mass is 200 gram, velocity is given 10 meter per second square. So they have here it is not the unit is not changed, so that is why changed means from gram it is not converted to kg. So ultimately after multiplying the value that we will get there, the unit of mass will be gram only. Okay, gram meter per second. So after multiplication we get this. So this is the initial momentum. Final momentum means mass into final velocity, which is minus 5. So if you multiply, the value comes as this. Okay, then the change in momentum will be final minus initial, and the value is minus 3000 gram meter per second. Okay, so this much only you have to find out in this question. The next one, number 14, a bullet of mass 10 gram traveling horizontally with a velocity of 150 meter per second strikes a stationary wooden block and comes to rest. Calculate the distance of penetration of the bullet into the block. After also calculate the magnitude of the force exerted by the wooden block on the bullet. Okay, so we have to find out the distance as well as the magnitude of force. Alright. So suppose the thing is like this, there is a wooden block. Okay, some bullet is fired and the bullet will get inside the wooden block and it will penetrate inside the wooden block by some distance. So what you have to find out is to calculate the distance of penetration of the bullet into the block. So how much distance the bullet has penetrated, that one we have to find out. The next one, also calculate the magnitude of force exerted by the wooden block on the bullet. So force also we have to find out. So for that we'll write what are the things given. So mass of the bullet is given 10 gram. 10 gram you convert it to kg. This much of kg means gram divided by 1000. 10 gram by 1000, it gives us 0.01 kg. Initial velocity of the bullet 150 meter per second. Terminal velocity of the bullet. Terminal means final velocity, because the bullet is entering to this block and after that what happened, at certain distance it will stop. So what is the final velocity? It will be 0. Okay, then time period, so how much time the bullet has taken to stop, 0.03 second is given here. Now which formula we can use? We have to find out the distance of penetration. So for that, first of all, in distance C we have two formula equations of motion. One is S equal to ut plus half at square, one is v square equals to u square plus 2as. So in both the equations we need to know the value of a first, otherwise we cannot calculate s or distance. So to get a, first of all we will use this formula, a equals to v minus u by t. Substitute the values. This is u is given, u is this one, v is this one, t is this one. Substitute. Then after substituting we get that acceleration comes as minus 5000 meter per second square. Then next step, once we get the acceleration, now we can find out the distance. And how we can do that? We can use this formula. Okay, and that means this formula, s equals to this one. Actually this is this formula only, no, means just a second. This formula is which one? V square equals to u square plus 2as. So v square minus u square equals to 2as, right? All the values we know only, so just substitute the values and the value comes as 2.25 meters. So that is the distance by which the bullet penetrates. After that, force you have to find out. So to get the force, we have the formula F equals to what? M into A. So acceleration already we have calculated, mass we know, you multiply, the value comes as minus 15 Newton. So minus 50, why minus? Because when the bullet is entering in the wooden block, since it is getting stopped, that means some opposing force is applied on the bullet to stop it. So that is why the force is minus. Okay, so in this video this much only. I'll discuss the next questions in the next video. Thank you.